Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And this one also slow in developing, as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You won't get this. You're all mine.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Check that. Wait. Hurry.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance. Then you turn into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Easy. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Mike time.
Working from the gun, Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go. 56. Let's go. Come on. Check 15. Check.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 3rd down, here's Geis. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on it.
Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, Edmonds. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 55. Right there, 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
28-yard gain. 1st down, Denver.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. But now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go, keep all day defense.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Edmonds. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's top right there.
Now Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one complete to Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, it's caught. Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Yellow.
They run up. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down now, Edmonds. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Chase Edmonds with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They start on the ground with Geis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. It's 3, 6, 2, 25.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third and 2, now Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
56 to Mike. 56.
Final play of the half, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They go play action now. Haskins going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Oh, you get the head. 15. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Focus, defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
.39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Geis. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Justin Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff. Geis going right. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. They go play action with Haskins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. Looking to throw Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. You. Mike 5-4.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
To try again after the sack, Mahomes. And he's got room. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Denver.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Mike's 54.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now the try here for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Haskins will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, McFarland, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 19 yards away. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Geis. Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that? Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here we go with Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now it's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time if you can take something shorter.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Edmonds. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. But he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Right there. Right there. 54 miles.
One final shot for Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
I'm coming back.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.